Imagine being asked to leave everything you know, your career, your home, and your future, to follow someone you had just met. Most people would hesitate, but 12 ordinary men accepted that challenge and forever changed the course of history. Whether someone is religious or not, the lives of Jesus' disciple demonstrates qualities that are respected across cultures: courage, loyalty, humility, and perseverance, and servant leadership. Their influence can still be seen in history, literature, art, education, and communities all around the world. As someone excuse me, as someone who values faith and enjoys learning about biblical history, I have studied the lives of the disciples and appreciate the lasting impact they've had on Christianity and the world. Today, I will pay tribute to Jesus' disciples by discussing who they were, the lasting contributions they made, and why their example still matters today. First, I will introduce the disciples and their backgrounds. I will then discuss their contributions after Jesus' ministry, and finally, I will explain why their legacy remains meaningful for people today. The disciples were ordinary people chosen for an extraordinary purpose. To appreciate their legacy, we must first understand who these men were. Jesus chose 12 disciples from a variety of backgrounds, including fishermen, a tax collector, a political activist, working class individuals, not people that others would deem appropriate or worthy of carrying such weight in relationship and responsibilities as these 12 men are usually seen doing. The 12 included Simon Peter, Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James, son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon the Zealot, Judas Iscariot, who was later replaced by Matthias after Jesus' resurrection. Despite their differences, they shared one important characteristic. They were willing to follow Jesus and dedicate their lives to his mission. This, although they began as ordinary men, their greatest contributions came after Jesus' death and resurrection. Their contributions changed the course of history. The disciples spread Jesus' teachings all throughout the Roman Empire despite persecution. Several disciples became leaders of the early church, and many endured imprisonment, hardship, martyrdom because they refused to abandon their belief. Their eyewitness accounts became foundational to the New Testament, helping preserve Jesus' teaching for future generations. Because of their work, Christianity grew from small groups of followers into the world's largest religion. Um, their accomplishments are remarkable, but perhaps their greatest legacy lies in the values they modeled. Their legacy continues to inspire people today. They reveal faith in humility and perseverance and courage and sacrificial service in humans who often get it wrong compared to the Jesus they followed. Their willingness to overcome fear encourages others to remain faithful during difficult circumstances like martyrdom and persecution, where we just have stress and anxiety. There is still faith that can be seen and pulled from our ancestors in the Christian faith. Their lives remind us that ordinary people can make an extraordinary difference through commitment and service. Regardless of one's personal belief, these qualities remain valuable in families, workplaces, schools, and communities. And so I encourage you that regardless of how you feel towards Christianity itself, where do you see these um, attributes these values show up in your own life? How can you demonstrate courage and integrity and service to those around you? So today we learned who Jesus' disciples were, their lasting contributions to Christianity and history, and why their legacy continues to inspire people today. The disciples began as ordinary people, but through faith, courage, and dedication, they became some of the most influential people in history. We honor the disciples not because they were perfect, but because they faithfully answered a calling greater than themselves. Their willingness to serve others and remain committed despite incredible hardship continues to inspire millions of people around the world. Thank you and have a great day.